Welcome to the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers AARPG Live presentation of the Electric State. Good evening, everybody.
Wow.
Is it?
Is it playtime? Are we playing?
Yes. Come on, you've got your Mr. Rogers sweater on and everything, right?
Yeah.
You're looking safe tonight.
I was actually trying.
Trustworthy.
I wanted to find a yellow hat so that I could be the other Lego.
That would be awesome. All right. Well, thank you for everyone who has tuned in. This is episode 3 of our 4-part run of the Electric State. We probably won't delve into it right now, but I guess I'm just wondering, show of hands or claws, who's had a chance to watch the show as of yet? And anybody out there, have you had a chance to watch it?
Yeah.
I watched half of it. So
Half of it. Which half?
the first half. I went,
Oh, okay.
you know, traditional.
Conveniently.
Very novel approach.
Conformist.
Well, you know.
Yeah, we watched it the other day, and look, so clearly you can go online and find all kinds of crazy reviews. I might talk about it later, but I enjoyed it as a separate activity. I'll put it that way.
I was disappointed that Chris Pratt didn't kill 11. So.
Yeah,
Or the other way around.
Chris-
I would have been happy the other way. Probably happier. the
either
other way
one, it
around.
doesn't matter. Just sort of, you would like, there was, right, there, there was not enough interior vehicular manslaughter in their version.
Not enough
of
tension.
this.
Not
Not
enough
enough tension, that's true.
Never enough.
That's right. So if you, I would, if you haven't seen the first two, go watch them. It's been an interesting ride so far in this dystopian world. So I think without further ado, we're going to jump right into this episode because there's a lot to cover tonight. Maybe. Maybe.
We never know how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that, yes. All right. So the camera fades in on a lonely stretch of highway in the desert. It's night. It's pitch dark. There's just the slightly faded headlights, going across the highway as this car zooms along. The windshield wipers, long, not filled with fluid, gone back a couple times, smearing red across the pockmarked windshield that already has cracking from 2 bullet holes in it. A lone figure gripping the wheel, knuckles white, is driving into the darkness, heading down on a destination. The smell of gunpowder and blood still fills the interior of the car, the very loud car that rumbles down across the desert. The camera zooms in and we see Chris. Go ahead and introduce your character.
This is which character sheet am I on?
Oh,
here?
no, yeah, your normal, your regular character. Everyone's got that.
See, if someone had arrived on time, we could have gone over this. You see Jesus D'Artagnan, a pale, dark-haired 20-somethings, 90s goth punk fusion loner, just driving, lip syncing to the Rage Against the Machine song that is playing in his head. Just driving casually, trying to forget the mess that got left behind him.
Yeah. So you're cruising along and it's, your heart is pounding. Eventually it begins to sort of, it settles down, you sort of could breathe again, all the things that just happened that you witnessed. And everything seems very quiet until you hear a noise from the car, the very, very back of the vehicle. Something metal scraping. And you see what appears to be a tarp rise up in the very back of
I scream and slam on the brakes.
A man
squeals, the tires squeal as the car comes to a dead stop. You're kind of thrown forward in your seat. And you're just sitting there, and there's just like this tarp, and it slowly begins to slide down. And in sort of the dashboard light, you see a figure in the back of the vehicle. Nathan.
Learn how to drive, lady.
Ah! I fling open the door and I jump out and fall on my ass going, what the fuck?
It appears to be the droid that was in the back of the vehicle that you found.
Drone.
What do they call them? Drone. The drone.
Drone.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm a what am I? I am a Willie something, a Willie Wayne drone. I'm an old fashioned gladiator drone that's kind of dented and blemished with even some like Bondo spots all over me. So but kind of you're just an older fashioned gladiator drone that is kind of has like a cowboy theme to it. Yeah, kind of like that one on the right, but I don't want to be blue. I want to be green with like orange Bondo spots all over.
It ain't easy being green,
It ain't easy being green.
Where are we? Where are we going? Where are you taking me? Where am I? Who am I? What's going on?
Who the fuck are you? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Why'd you stop the car? Where are we going?
Where
are we going?
Back up.
What?
Back up.
And he scoots back a little bit in the trunk, in the back.
Who the fuck are you?
I am. Who am I?
I'm asking the questions here.
He looks at his hand. You can call me Rex.
Is your name written on your hand?
You're not there. You're dead.
As far as we know. Hey. Rex. Have you been there the whole time, Rex?
Well, define time.
Oh, Jesus.
I've been
How
here
long?
a while. I don't know how long I've been in this body. Where am I? Where are we? What time is this?
Somewhere north of Vegas, and it's Tuesday.
Vegas. I wonder if I'm in Vegas. I could be in Vegas. That's a possibility.
We're not in Vegas yet.
Well, I mean, I could be. You don't know that.
You could be, yes. Yes,
You don't know
this
that.
is not a creepy conversation at all. What the fuck are you doing in the back of the car?
Am I really in the back of the car? I don't think I'm in the back of the car. I think I'm someplace else.
Jesus, look, I already had one existential crisis tonight. I don't need another one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rex, you do see his hands, his shirt, everything is covered in blood.
Ooh, you've seen some action. Were you in the war?
Very, very briefly last night.
I think I was in the war, but I'm not sure. I think I was. But I don't think I was in this body. I think it's in a different body.
You're one of those.
One of those what?
The robot jockeys.
Oh, for a second there, I thought you were being a bigot.
You look like a robot. What the fuck do you
I'm
want me
not
to
a
say?
robot. I'm this body is this is a drone body. Do you have a mirror? Oh, here, the glass. Yeah. Ooh, I've seen better days.
So do you like have a choice of these things, or you just go around, find one randomly, and hop in and scare the shit out of people? What goes on here?
I really can't answer that right now. I'm trying to figure this out. Like, I'm not sure how long I've been in this body. I'm not sure what year is it.
Fuck, I don't know. What year is it?
I think it's, was it 1998, 1997? I think it's, yeah, it's one
97.
of those 2 years, yeah, 97, 98.
You don't
There you
even
go,
know? Oh, we're in a pickle.
Well, you know, all the days start to look the same after a while.
They do, I guess. Yeah.
What's the last thing you remember?
Just little bits and pieces. I remember gunning down separatists. I also remember like fighting. I think I might have used this body in a gladiator pit for entertainment at some point. I don't know. That seems so far gone now. But I don't know how I got in this vehicle. Did you put me in this vehicle?
No, we found you in the vehicle. I mean, I found you in the vehicle.
Oh. Well, thank you. I guess you must. Maybe you woke me up.
Just now? Good. Okay, phew. So yeah, nothing bad happened earlier. That's fine. We're all good.
There were some loud noises and shouting.
Yeah, it might have been the gunshots. That
Everything's fine. Nothing to see back there.
Are you okay? Are you wounded?
No, actually, I
Not
think
that I can
came
help
away
if you
from that
were.
okay.
I'm just curious.
No, all the scars are inside.
Oh, I know about that. Or do I? I'm not really sure.
All right.
So where are we going? I'm up for a road trip.
Well, so I get up and get back in the car. I was like, well, we're going to Vegas to do what? I don't know that I've decided yet. Just away.
I kind of struggle and try to squeeze my head between the into the back seat and tumble over. And I go,
Jesus, that's unnerving.
onward, hoes, ho, onward, ho.
All right. All right. Well, sure.
Yeehaw!
You just
Giddy up.
put the gun arm down and we'll be good. Okay. Well, okay. Guess you'll be joining me then. Let's go. And we start the car back up and head back towards Vegas.
So the car takes off in the night with Jesus driving and Rex sitting in the back seat. As you continue south, eventually you head to hit an intersection where you turn east, heading towards Vegas. The sun does begin to rise, and for the first time, you kind of the sort of like being in a tunnel and kind of goes away in the land, appears about you, and for like the first time, you really see the area around you, and you see that the sides of the roads are littered with like abandoned vehicles. Off to your right, you pass what might have been a huge factory at one point, completely destroyed. There's crashed wreckage of drone aircraft, and ground drones everywhere. There was clearly some sort of large battle, and as you continue to head towards directions towards Vegas, you eventually do see it in the distance. You could see the buildings, and rising out of the center of what remains of the downtown, you can see the huge Centre Tower with its broadcast network, and ahead of you in the road, not in the road but along the side of the road, you see your destination, probably 2 or 3 miles outside of what is left of the downtown. You can already see from here, there's whole sections of the downtown that's just a hole. There's no buildings anymore. But regardless of the radiation, life and commerce has built itself around where the small yield nuke had struck the city. But ahead, you see the destination. The first thing you notice is what looks like a flying saucer, kind of bent a little, drooped onto one side on the ceiling, on the roof of a kind of a low, flat building. There's about a dozen cars parked outside, to include a police car. The sign, most of the letters are no longer working anymore, but you could clearly read, as it says, "A saucer full of secrets diner," and what appears to have been a themed sort of restaurant, alien themed restaurant. And this is the location that your brother mentioned in his note to you, where he was working.
So this is the spot where my brother was supposed to have been. Mind if we stop and take a look?
Sure, I think I could get out and stretch my legs.
It's not creepy at all.
All right.
We go ahead and park. And does this police car look like it's actually a police car, or is it something that's been abandoned long ago?
No, it actually looks clean. Most of the cars, there are about 5 or 6 cars in the parking lot that have like heavy dust on them, but there's about 4 or 5 cars that appear to be like either recently cleaned or recently arrived. The police car does appear to be in good condition. It's not all covered with dust.
I park on the far side of the dusty ones.
Right. The area also seems to have like an old it has like an old gas pump, but it doesn't seem like it's working anymore. Rex, you hop out of the back of the car and you sort of take a look at this sort of scene, and for a minute you realize that you've been here before.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. If you would all mind opening your alternate characters.
Ooh, okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my God.
We weren't supposed to read them in advance.
You were, and if you did, thank
okay.
you, well-prepared player. For the rest of you,
I feel like Nathan just opened the envelope and he's like, "Woo!"
All right. All right. So the camera, the robot eyes widen as sort of this recollection kind of crosses over its face, and the camera fades out, and we find ourselves on a bright desert highway. You see a tall man, in his mid-30s, sort of a sandy, short cropped hair, wearing a military flight suit, an Air Force flight suit, flying down the highway. You've got some, sort of crooner rock music playing over the radio, and he's just flying down. You see a name tag on his collar. There's the epaulets of a major, and his you zoom in sort of down, you see his little name badge on his uniform. And what does it say on there?
It says Rex Hudson.
And the sort of camera follows around as Red streaks past the camera, flying down this thing way too fast. And you see, as the camera spins around, you see Vegas in all of its grandeur in 1960 up ahead.
Nice.
1960. Wow.
Our camera changes now, and we see a shiny silver disc with lights on it spinning slowly. As you pull back, you see that this is a saucer above a pristine, brightly lit diner. There are all kinds of colorful muscle cars, old cars parked outside. Roller skating between some of the cars are young women in sort of silver, sort of short skirts, silver outfits with little space helmets and backpacks, roller skating out to cars, delivering burgers and shakes. Inside, music plays out in the parking lot as families come in and out from the bustling Saucer Full of Secrets diner. Inside, we see a young man moving between tables. He's picking up the the old dishes and hustling back. You see a heavy-set gentleman kind of in a greasy apron behind the counter yelling, "2 piggies in a blanket, bring 'em up fly. You heard me, Flo, get on there. Tommy, make sure those tables are cleaned up and make sure that bathroom's cleaned up. Got it?"
Yep.
That's what we see. That young man cleaning the tables. We go back outside and we see a dusty Greyhound bus begin to roll up to the diner. It stops. The door opens up, and we see a figure come off of the bus. She's a Hispanic woman, her mid-20s, with sort of a loose blouse and sort of bright slacks and flats. She's carrying a very heavy suitcase, and she steps off of the bus and is kind of looking around like she's looking for something. And here we have, who are you, Chris?
I am Valerie, and I have nothing else to add for that because you took away all the descriptions.
Did I take them all away?
I can't talk to anybody. There's nobody out here.
That's right.
Not wearing a name
You've
tag.
been on that bus for a long time. You're waiting for someone. You're expecting someone to meet you here to give you a ride to your hotel. But one thing is for sure, after a long, many hours on the bus, what you really need to use is the restroom.
Then I go ahead and mosey on up to one of the waitresses and ask where I might find the ladies' room.
Oh, she kind of looks at you. Hun, you could go check inside. Sure. She kind of looks at you kind of strange and roller skates off.
You think she would know?
Yeah.
Well, then,
She's never peed on duty, I guess.
or she has just constantly. So I go ahead and I walk into the diner and I look about the patrons to see if there's any.
Oh, I see you were out there. Sorry, ma'am. I see you were out there talking to Diaper Daisy. She normally just pees right in her diaper. Do you need the restroom? It's right over
That
there.
would explain a lot. Thank you.
You start walking that way, and the large gentleman behind the counter is like, "Ho, young miss, wait just one second.
Excuse me.
Restroom, right?"
Yes.
He goes, he goes, "Here you go," and he hands you like one of those like the key
Giant
things.
key with it, yeah.
Yeah, the giant key. He says it's around to the right. Just go outside. It's around to the right.
So
The other
attached to a
one's
cinder block.
yeah, right. The other one's closed right now.
Thank you. I take the key and its corresponding giant weight and go back out to the restroom.
You make your way around the side of the building, and sure, there's a door. It's locked. You open it up, and immediately your senses are met with just a foul smell.
You're welcome.
The bathroom does not look like it has been clean recently.
Again,
and
you're welcome.
Fucking Tommy.
On the wall, there is scrawled in something, you're not sure, a word not meant for you, but close enough. It is a vile bathroom.
Prestidigitation?
Yeah, right. That would be helpful. It is it is disgusting, and this particular word
think
written
I
on the
will hold
wall is not acceptable.
I just back out, close the door, walk back inside, hand the key to the big guy behind the counter, and say, "You might want to burn that."
Oh, are you all done in there?
Haven't even started. I'm good.
Okay. Would you like one of Daisy's diapers?
All right. Well,
I
He
can
goes,
see why
"Well,
she uses the diapers.
he's like, well,
It's
we can bring
1960. We haven't figured out indoor plumbing yet. I mean,
we can bring something out to you if you need something.
No,
Or
I'm good. Strong bladder.
Tommy,
I'll-
get the bucket.
You've really got to pee, like really bad. You've been on that bus for a long time.
Chris, now he's going to try and get you shot.
Yes. I think we're just all taking part in one of Matt's fetishes here. Whereas
This is not my fetish at all.
we go squat behind between some cars in the parking lot. What are you going for?
So, Tommy, you overhear this. I mean, you know that bathroom out there. He never asks you to clean that bathroom. That's for other people, not for your customers.
Oh! Is he a known racist? Is Larry a racist?
Yes.
On top of being an asshole in every other way,
Yes.
he's a racist.
Yeah, and then he hits on all the girls, and
Got it.
look, I just so people know, I did a little research, right? Just so,
Yeah.
into
So-
peeing.
well, no, no, I was.
You know they don't get to aim very well,
I-
right?
Yeah,
I can write my name in the sand.
I'll circle
Thankfully,
that
my name
back
is.
around. I did some historical research. I did some research. It took me down some dark paths, but yeah. So you know that room's never clean, but you keep the main bathrooms clean all the time. They're very clean.
Oh,
1960 girls peeing.
hold on a second, ma'am. Just stay right here. Point in that direction. When you hear something, go there. Go into that door there. Okay.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. I grab a saucer off of one of the things, and I will put it on a platter, and I will walk around the outside, and I will trip on something, and then the saucer will go crashing to the floor.
A distraction, basically. Yeah, you see him fall. There's this big crash.
I didn't want to be so crude as to just label it, but yes, it's a distraction.
As soon as the fat guy behind the counter turns his head, I will bolt into the bathroom.
All right, you hear him yell, "Jesus Christ, Tommy, can't you hold anything right? Pick that stuff up and get back into the kitchen for Jiminy Crickets."
I hold my tongue, Larry, every day. I hold my tongue.
All right, it's a nice bathroom. It's very clean.
How big
You
a
don't have to
description would you like of
role
me
play
peeing? I don't.
No, we don't have to roll it. No.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Is that-
You're-
Is that an agility roll? Or...
I don't know. Is it like, do you have to perch on the seat? Or,
Yeah.
I don't know what happens in there.
It's
The,
all
the
a
outside
mystery.
bathroom was an empathy roll.
Yeah. Oh, it would be yeah. Whew. All right. So, you're finished. You come out.
Wash my hands. I'm
and-
not an animal.
Yeah. How many squares do you know?
You spare a square?
Guys, we are
Spare
totally not role playing the bathroom scene.
Yeah.
I'll get you on AARPGs after dark.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's all on our what is it? ASRM?
Definitely.
I'm going to say it wrong. I know I
ASMR.
am.
Yes.
The
Thank
first
you.
bathroom cost him some hope, but the second bathroom may have cost Valeri some bliss.
There
Maybe
we
there's a
go.
bliss there.
You come out and immediately you're hey, you, what are you doing going in there? You're not supposed to be in there. You're not a paying customer, and you're not welcome in there.
Oh, actually, she already ordered with me, Larry. Ma'am, your table's over there.
Thank
Tommy,
you, kind
you're
sir.
not a waiter. You don't belong in here. Now, Rex, you've been standing at the door for about 10 seconds. You're watching this sort of happen. You thought for sure it'd be a good idea to maybe get a malt before heading into town, hitting the tables.
As the major does, yeah.
And you're witnessing this occurring. He is yelling at this Hispanic woman, telling her to get out. She doesn't need her kind in this. This isn't. They have a bathroom for her outside.
All right. So I'll walk in with all the confidence of someone like me someone like me has never had, and saunter up to her and I see her carrying her suitcases. I say, "Hey, you made it! Oh, so good to see you here." And I like take off my shades, give her like my best smile and a little wink on the from the side eye that's not facing the Larry, and I give her lean in for a hug.
Oh, good. Are you my ride? And then I just walk up and hug him.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, because you always hug the chauffeur. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Larry, we've got. Can I have my regular table? My regular table over here.
We do, and there's a creepy guy yelling at us.
He's a
like,
racist. In the 60s, that wasn't creepy. That was normal.
Yeah, he's like, we can bring something out to your car.
And my smile just like evaporates, and I go into major mode, and I kind of walk up to the counter. It's like I'm sorry, son. I don't think I heard that correctly. Can you repeat that?
So if you're
Where's
trying
my
to
table? Is my
if
table
you're trying
ready?
to intimidate him, make
Oh, yeah.
an empathy roll.
Empathy. Fuck that. All right. Leader. Can you add +2 for leader?
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Two.
2 successes?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So you like come straight up to the counter and he's kind of looking at you squared off, and there's this tense moment. Like the whole place is like quiet. You could just hear the jukebox playing in the background. Everybody's like on pins and needles, and then Larry kind of takes a half step back and he's like, Betty, get a table for the major and his guest. Yeah, all right, sure, whatever. And he like turns around. He's like, Tommy, hey, here you go. And he throws you the keys. He's like, why don't you go clean that toilet so we don't have these kind of problems again? He throws you the outside toilet keys.
Sure.
I turn back on my winning smile, stick a toothpick in there because guys like this always have a toothpick, and put my sunglasses back on, and I hold out my arm for Valerie to hook her arm in mine, and I'll escort her over to the table for some food if she
Yep,
takes it.
I take it, and we wander off to the table.
All right. You all sit down. You see the young man who sort of snuck you in kind of shuffle outside. You know his fate. His terrible fate awaits him in the outside bathroom.
You're welcome.
And about a minute later, you see a sort of, blonde woman. Her hair is kind of sticking out, kind of out of this, space helmet thing. She comes over. She's chewing big old thing of gum. She's like, "All right, honey, what can I get for you this morning? My name's Betty. I'll be your waitress. What can we beam down from outer space to your bellies? Here at the Saucer Full of Secrets."
I'm sorry, miss. I didn't get your name.
Betty.
Not you.
I'm Valerie.
Valerie, go ahead and give her your order. I got this covered.
Well, what do you recommend, Betty?
Oh, I think she looks at you. She says, "Well, I mean, grits are always good. Yeah, grits are good. Maybe some it's a little early for fried chicken, but we know grits and maybe some grits and sausage. Grits and sausage is good.
Very well, I'll have that.
A couple piggies in a blanket, maybe.
Let's skip the piggies. Thank you.
Do you want sugar in those grits, dear?
People put sugar in grits?
Oh, of course they do. Sweeter the grits, the better. A little butter, a little sugar.
I'm fine with the butter and salt. Thank you.
All right. Coffee?
Yes, please.
How you like your coffee, dear?
Dark. So much,
All
so
right.
dark that Larry hates it.
That's actually fairly light. Just throw that out there.
Yeah,
Man.
it's a whole spectrum of coffee that he doesn't
Yeah.
like. Once you get past the creamer, it's not, all right, she looks to you. How about you, honey? How are you doing? You here down here at the base?
Yes, ma'am. I will. I will take some scrambled eggs. And you can bring out a little hot sauce and ketchup with that,
Oh, a little stinger. No problem for you, honey, sweetie.
and toast. Toast and a little smear of butter.
All right, will do. And she kind of roller skates off.
Oh, and bring over a whole pot of coffee. That'd be great.
All right, honey. She goes roller skating off and leaves you guys sitting at the thing. Tommy, I'm not going to role play you cleaning the awful.
I firebomb the bathroom.
Yeah, it's pretty much like you need a hose and a gallon of bleach. And
Mhm.
even Europe, because he never lets you get out there, you're actually, when you open it, you are appalled because you take great pride in what you do.
No, I
the
don't.
place clean. Oh,
Please.
not really.
No, please.
You work at a diner outside Vegas. Would you?
Yeah, exactly.
Would you?
I take great pride in it. No, not true.
All right. So what do you guys are sitting
Thanks for rolling up this character for me to play, by the way.
Well,
So far, it's been a hoot.
It's been a hoot. Yeah. Well, you never know how scenes are going to go.
Okay.
So,
He knows how you like to smear poop on walls. So
there you go.
That was a whole different campaign.
Given that we had a whole 5 minutes to prepare these characters, I figure you had the right amount of depth to it.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you, Chris.
So you guys sit and small talk, chat. You basically not a whole lot of conversation. Valerie's not very, she doesn't really talk a whole lot about, she's here in Vegas for work and, she's just been on vacation. She's coming for work. She's supposed to have a ride, but it doesn't look like her ride has shown up. And I think from Rex's standpoint, she had asked you like the base. So I don't remember if did you see the notes?
Yeah. Nellis Air Force Base. Yeah. I'll I'm stationed at Nellis Air Force Base. Any chance you're going that direction?
As a matter of fact, I'm headed towards Groom Lake.
Is that near the base?
It's not. In fact, that kind of throws you off. Groom Lake, is not usually where people go.
Oh.
That Groom Lake has many names. One of them is Area 51.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Just nowhere near Area 52.
So I kind of sit back in the booth and take a sip of coffee before I say up. So what brings you out there? That's I can't imagine why you'd want to go there.
I'm actually here for work. It was a job offer. They were very light on details. They just mentioned I must pick up my ride at this location.
Okay. Well, I suppose I do have some time. I could probably take you to wherever you're staying.
Yeah, there's a
there's
a hotel.
Yeah.
This is the address, but of course they left me no other means of getting there.
Yeah, the Golden Nugget. Yeah, I can get you there. All right. Yeah. So, as soon as you're finished with your breakfast there, we can hop in my car and we got plenty of room for your bag. I can take you out there. Doing my my good deed for the day. I was a Boy Scout when I was a small boy. Made
This
Eagle
doesn't
Scout.
surprise me.
Yeah. Yep.
Well done.
Thank you. Quite proud.
Breakfast goes by. It's quite delicious. And you wrap it up as you're leaving. Oh, yes.
I send it back at least once for corrections.
All right. What's wrong the first time around with your breakfast?
So eggs are a little too runny.
The second
all right.
time's a little too firm.
Yeah. If I see one hair,
Third time, it's a little bit too snotty.
yeah.
Right.
I'm
Little-
looking for hairs in there. If I see one
little-
hair in there, I'm walking it back there myself. So
a little too phlegmy. No, you find no hairs. And your meal concludes, and you leave the restaurant. As you're leaving, you see Tommy sort of head low, walking sort of back in to the diner, as if he'd seen something terrible and awful. Maybe a little guilty on his face, a little, maybe not, depending on how Tommy feels about what he just saw.
Poor fellow. He actually was quite kind.
yeah, he seems like a good kid. He should sign up for the Air Force.
Indeed.
Hey, Tommy, are you gonna enlist?
No.
I think you might
and
have
that-
some trouble with authority.
Just so you know, anachronistically, all I know about my character is that he loves Nirvana and he wants to be part of a rock band using instruments that haven't been invented
Nirvana,
yet
woo.
in the 60s. So there you go. That's all I know about my character from his description, because Matt's a little bit anachronistic.
Yeah, I think I might have made a mistake there.
Yeah, it seems like
you like you like the Beatles.
Cool.
I'm not sure how that happened.
A little bit of drinking. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not really. I don't want to be part of the Air Force band. I want to
it's
play.
not such a bad thing.
I want to play my own type of rhythm and blues, as it were. Maybe go to Detroit, little Motown action. That's where my soul is.
So what year is it?
1960.
Yep.
I think my dad might have been in the Air Force band in 1960. If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
see, bunch of nerds. That's all that is. Bunch of L7 squares, my friend. Bunch of L7 squares.
I've got his DD-214 paperwork around here somewhere. I gotta look it up.
Have to check it out. All right, so you get to the car, and she's standing there with her bag by your car.
Sorry, I was drinking. So I'll help her get the bag in the car, and I'll open the door for her. I'll
Chivalry was dead in 1960.
What?
Yeah.
Watch
That's when
out!
it died.
Watch out, Valerie! That was a pregnant pause.
Yeah, that was-
And in the 60s in Vegas, you couldn't have gotten that taken care of.
Yeah. I took a swig from my pocket flask before I get in the car.
Seems perfectly
As you
reasonable.
do.
yeah, her suitcase is very heavy, which is not shocking at all. And you load in, and you head off, and you head down to the strip. Sort of the saucer full of secrets disappears in the background. Eventually, you get to the Golden Nugget. And you offload her bag, set it down on the ground. It's just, you're like, geez, what's not in this bag? And, let her out of the car, and, you guys say goodbyes, and, you roll off, thinking, pretty proud, what a nice thing you did, what a good guy you are. And you're driving. And as you're looking in the rearview mirror, you see a large, dark, like Lincoln pull up next to her on the curb, and two men get out in suits, and one takes her bag and puts it in the trunk, and the other one opens the door for her, and she gets into the back, and the vehicle kind of turns and starts heading back down to the main strip, down to the airport, sort of away from where you dropped her
And
off.
she seemed like voluntarily.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay,
I-
that's a little weird, but yeah.
I like to take this opportunity to murder Larry with a mustard encrusted fork.
Yeah, back at the diner, it's just all death. Right? It's just like, Tommy has gone insane.
Killing spree.
And scene, right? And we find ourselves standing
say
in front
so?
of the
I want to point out that Betty had more lines than me in
I
this scene.
know.
Yeah.
So all right, I'll pull the curtain back for a second. So the character that you have is designed, and then I didn't know if this was going to be a fighting scene, whether there was going to be a big brawl breakout in the diner, or what was going to happen. So
We like to keep you on your toes.
yeah. So I was anticipating lots of murder, and I got conversation, and it's like, it happens.
You never know with us, Matt. You
never
can't
know.
plan for us. We
Nope.
refuse to be put in a box.
Yep.
That's right.
I'm not
Unlike
the murder
James.
hobo you were expecting.
All right. So the scene flips around, the camera fades, and we find ourselves standing in front of Jesus is standing in front of the doorway to the saucer full of secrets, and you kind of realize that Rex has kind of stopped a couple paces behind you, and you see him just sort of standing there staring up at this sort of dilapidated, half-bent saucer, kind of just staring at it.
Whispering
You
quietly, "Must
You
kill
good?
Larry."
You good, buddy?
No, I don't think I've been good for quite a long time. How are you?
Slightly more nervous than I was before.
You guys have actually already had this conversation?
Yes.
No.
The whole ride's been like that. It's creepy.
Let's go in.
Sure.
All right.
After
You guys
Your
go
brother's not named
inside.
Larry, is it?
What? No.
Your brother
Pedro.
no? Pedro. Okay. Nothing like Larry. Okay, good.
You guys go inside. The diner, it's not super brightly lit, but there are still working lights. You see that there is sort of a long sort of, like the bar seating along the front, and then kind of an L shape of the tables. There are about 6 different small groups or individuals in there on sort of the corner of the bar, because the bar also L's around, right? And you see the back of the as a police officer, and they have a neurocaster, and you see that there are neurocasters and connections along the bar. There are a couple other people sitting at the bar wearing these neurocasters, and the police officer has the neurocaster on, and in front of him he's got kind of a mug of coffee, and not shocking, there's like a donut, and he's kind of like eating the donut, and you can kind of hear him every now and then mumble something about
Stop resisting.
"Oh, Marmaduke, boy, you sure are a troublemaker, Marmaduke," and he's like eating this donut, and so he's it's sort of in disrepair, although it's not dirty. And behind the counter, you see what appears to be an autonomous, a robot sort of hostess. She's dressed in sort of 1950s kind of garb, but she is clearly not a person. The sort of like cracks, lines, and seams, sort of painted on face. And she is kind of moving around and setting coffee in front of people. And she sees you kind of come in, and she's like, "Well, hello. What can we do for you at the Saucer Full of Secrets? My name is Betsy."
I look at Jesus. It's like, this is where you ask for your brother.
Well, I'm looking around to see if I see anybody that looks like Pedro.
So you look around. There is, like I said, there's a family sitting into the sort of the left corner. There are 2 old gentlemen, sort of on that same side, talking softly. At the bar, there are 3 people. There's the police officer. There's there's a man who is sort of wearing like a gray members only sort of jacket, and slacks. And he has like a plate of food in front of him, but it's just kind of like a mess. It's like this food's kind of on the counter. It's still sitting there. And then kind of down toward the end, you see Tim, Tim, Tim,
No.
Tim.
A pretty well built woman, like larger than the normal woman.
Larger than the
she's
normal woman.
she's wearing, well, I mean, she's like, 5'11".
From
She
Russia.
looks like she looks like she could kick most people's ass. And she's wearing bits and pieces of soldiering gear. Like there's a web belt. There's nothing on it, but there's a web belt. She has a knife at her side, stuff like that. And everything is in standard. Basically, she looks like she might be a veteran of the war. 100% sure of that, but maybe she is.
So
That's
decidedly
what-
looks
that's
nothing
what you
like
see.
Pedro.
Yeah. Unless
Unless things have
Pedro,
changed. Yeah.
Yeah.
unless
God
Pedro
bless
wants to
him.
make a change, that's fine.
He was always his own spirit.
Yeah.
He would have
Good for
had to
him.
made a change and do a lot of weightlifting.
She may also be plugged in, by the way. If there's a plug in at the bar, she probably also is plugged in, just catching up on the news.
Is there anybody
Yeah,
who's
there
not
is.
in a Neurocaster?
The one family, and then the two old men who are sort of sitting, sharing breakfast and talking, and of course the sort of the android, the robot behind the counter.
So
You can see peeking out from the bottom of the Neurocaster some short blonde hair.
So I will hesitantly approach Betsy, the robot bartender, and go, "I'm looking for Pedro."
Oh, let me check if that's on the specials. Just 1 minute, honey. And she like turns on.
Fucking hate dealing with these
Pedro.
things.
No. Let's see. We got eggs over the hammies. We got double side up. Moons are rising.
I just
Oh,
walk
wait.
away.
She goes, wait. She turns around. Pedro. You mean Pedro? And she's just
Yeah.
looking at you, like white saucer eyes, just staring at you. You mean Pedro?
I stop and turn back around. I was like, "Yes, Pedro." Have you
Pedro.
seen Pedro?
He's such a nice helper. What a nice boy. Pedro. She goes back into the back of here. Pedro. Pedro. And you hear like clanging and all that. And there's like clanging, like you hear something like knocking over. Betsy
wants Pedro.
Hey.
Pedro must pay.
And
That's all, Buck.
Bitty, bitty, bitty.
what was? Do you remember how awful that was? The when they had the female version. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
They had a female version, and she literally was like booty. That show does not hold up.
On the other hand, Aaron Gray.
Way to
always
go,
looks
Will.
better.
Aaron Gray holds up quite nicely.
Yes, she does. It's true.
So you hear a bunch of crashing, and then you see Betsy kind of like rolls kind of back out. Clearly she's not walking. She must have some sort of little tire tread system. And she's holding an envelope, like a letter. And
These are Pedro's remains.
She says, she holds out. She goes, Pedro.
I grab it.
Would you like
Bitch.
coffee?
Yes, I would.
Have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup of the Jojo. And she like turns around, kind of runs into the wall a little bit, clanks into a few things, and heads down and starts getting 2 cups of coffee. Well, gets a cup of coffee. Gets 2 cups of coffee, actually. Starts pouring 2 cups of coffee.
One for Rex.
And I'll sit down like robots. Know what I mean?
I don't know. She seemed kind of hot for you.
Ooh, that's disgusting. What's wrong
Tim,
with you?
I
you
just start
hear
laughing.
sort of this exchange. All the crashing and banging kind of interrupts your morning sort of news, and you kind of, I don't know if you want to peek, but you definitely, something's happening in the bar. Someone keeps yelling Pedro.
Have I been hanging out here long enough that I know who Pedro actually is? Or
You do not, but you know there's some sort of commotion going on.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have any reason to talk to these people yet. So
All right. But do you peek? Do you look?
yeah, I'll lift an eye.
Yeah, you see a young man sitting in a booth next to a small robot. One of the what do
A
they
young
call them? The
man
Willy
covered
Willy
in blood.
drones? Yeah, young man with blood on their hands, shirt.
Well, that's interesting.
Yes.
Hmm.
And completely not giving a fuck about it at all, apparently.
Yeah, all right. That piques my interest. I'll go over there.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me, young man. You seem to have someone on your shirt.
I look down and go, oh, shit.
I say, I think that's multiple people.
Oh,
Shut
thank
off.
you. Tough
Well,
night.
Crazy shit, man. This town's weird.
Mm-hmm. Katie, it's my name. What can I do? What's your name, young person?
Jesus, and my tin can here is Rex.
Jesus, Rex. Nice to meet you.
Howdy, pardoner.
You're
Please
a
have a seat.
drone. You're not a bot,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but I'm wearing this get up. Might as well try to get into it.
Wait a second. Were you at one point a military bot or a drone?
I think not this drone.
No, obviously not. But
I'm pretty sure that or a mass murderer or a little bit of both. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I was in the military.
I checked to see if there's blood all over Rex.
No,
There is no blood on Rex.
yeah,
No, you seem to be clean, Rex.
I was covered with
Well-
a tarp.
Do you let Jesus do all of his own killing?
I just
we don't
met.
talk about that.
I just met Jesus. Jesus is my chauffeur.
Oh,
More
I think-
accurately, Rex woke up in the car I was driving.
you know that's
No.
not better, right?
There were no bodies.
But yeah, there were no bodies in the car whatsoever.
In the car.
I
You'd
am
already gotten rid of them then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I am not a witness to any illegal proceedings.
Cool. You guys have a very interesting story. I feel like I should maybe stay away from you.
You're about
We're making
to
this
you,
hard.
Start manically laughing. I just
you feel a
Slightly.
presence behind you
Mhm.
as you're standing there next to their table. You feel a presence behind you, Tim.
Who's that? Not to look.
You turn, you see Betsy is standing there with a tray with 3 cups and a pot of coffee. Coffee for all. Pedro.
Thank you, Betsy. I'll take the tray. Whatever.
Fresh and hot. Brewed recently. Turns and goes, rolls behind the counter.
So the realization of the past few hours have finally hit, and I'm just still giggling. Coffee is a good idea.
I've seen this before. This is a mild form of shell shock. Don't worry about it. It'll pass. You just have to process what's happened to you.
That might take some doing.
Yeah. Whatever it was. I'm sure it was traumatic. So, Rex, you're a former drone. What else have you done?
I'm not really sure. I just woke up.
Uh-huh. Where are you, Rex?
I am not sure.
Oh,
To
interesting.
be honest, I'm not even really certain I still have a body. I think
Well,
I
if
might
it-
have a body. And-
You at least have a brain somewhere. At the very least. Otherwise, the drone wouldn't work.
That's the theory, but I can't feel my body.
That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Rex. I knew a
Can't say
couple
I'm
of drone pilots like you back during the war. And then I'll dive into a war story about drones and infantry and how we needed the drones and the drones needed us. And
This is all perfectly normal.
Yeah, but if I have a body, I figure it might be somewhere in Las Vegas.
Why is
I
that?
mean, well, there used to be a lot of underground facilities that would, with a bunch of drone pilots, kind of, that's why the whole bombs got dropped on all over Nevada. So, yeah, there's a good potential that my body could be stuck.
So do I
being fed
do
with
I-
a tube or something like that? Yeah.
Do I have general military knowledge from back during the war, Matt? I don't have to roll for
Yeah,
that or
sure.
anything like that. Okay, so
Oh,
you're
yeah,
probably
it was-
talking about Creech Air Force Base then, right? Is that
Or
where you-
Nellis.
or Nellis, maybe? Yeah. One of the places where they have the drone pilots basically working out of.
They did. Now you do know that a lot of the drone manufacturing and facilities in Nevada specifically were attacked and destroyed. This was the big break between where Nevada decided to not be part of the Pacifica because nobody came to help. So if he was stationed in Nevada, some of these facilities, there's a good chance they would have been destroyed. But there are rumors of hidden bases and underground facilities and all kinds of things. So it is possible.
Rex, buddy,
Deep in the mountain, yes.
I think you probably need to go to Nellis. That'd be my first guess. If not Nellis, maybe Creech or some other Air Force base around here. It's probably your best bet for finding your body.
Yeah, I would like to say goodbye.
Okay, fair. So let me, just so you know a little bit about me. I've already told you one of my old war stories from back when I was in the 14th. But I was, I kind of miss that life. I miss the lifestyle. I miss being a part of something bigger than myself, and I always look for opportunities to help a vet. So if you have a mind, I'd be happy to help you find your body.
I'd appreciate that. I don't know if we'll ever succeed, but I want to try. That's the only thing that I can think of right now that it seems like something that I should do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'll do for certain if I ever find it.
You're right.
If it's still out there, I really don't know because I can't feel it.
Hope's hard to
like
come
I
by
should
these
feel it.
days. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You're all right. You're all right.
Thank
Your
you.
buddy Jesus, I'm sure, will help you find your buddy too. Right, Jesus?
So
I
while this
look
has
up-
been going
yeah.
on, Jesus has been quiet and sort of reading this letter.
Yes.
Mm.
And I look up from the letter. What? Oh, yeah, of course. And go back to reading the letter, which says,
How can you deny that beautiful Lego face? He looks so meaningful at that moment.
Oh. So Chris, check the private chat.
okay.
Sorry, I'm like, this is. So you're reading this. You guys are talking. And you hear sort of like you're talking. You hear it at first. It's kind of low. It's kind of drowned out by the sound of Betsy running into things and an occasional chuckle from the police officer watching Marmaduke reruns. You hear sort of Billy. Like someone yelling, Billy. Apparently, this is the diner where people yell names.
I immediately look at the family.
They're looking up. You see at the bar, the bar seating, that the gentleman in the members only jacket has removed his neurocaster. His eyes are sunken in. He's got like several days of growth, facial hair growth, and he's kind of looking wild-eyed around the restaurant. Billy, and he
These
hops
ghosts,
off
man.
the seat.
Does he look like somebody who's got the neurograph, basically? Like, is he?
Well,
He was wearing one.
He's been wearing one.
No, I don't mean a
He was wearing one when
neurocaster.
you.
I mean the
Oh,
disease, the neurograph
oh.
disease.
He's not. Well, I mean, he's not He's not acting psychotic. He's acting very nervous. He sounds kind of. He's very worried. He's yelling. He goes and he hops off his stool and he goes running towards the bathroom, and you hear the door kind of slam open. He's like, Billy, where are you, Billy? And you hear like doors being like kicked open in the bathroom stalls, and just a bit of a ruckus. And then he comes kind of storming out of the bathroom. He's like looking around at the table. He looks at the face like, you seen Billy? Have you seen Billy, my son? Hey, Billy, where are you? So somebody's seen Billy. Who? Which one of you seen Billy? Who's seen Billy? And he kind of
This
looks
is a
over at your
perfectly normal
table.
diner.
He's like, have you seen my son? Have you seen Billy? Did you do something to him?
No, and no, ma'am. Sir.
Yeah, dude.
Sure.
He looks around. He's like panting. He's like literally looking back and forth. It's like, Billy's right here. He was sitting right here. He was having pancakes. Billy's right here having pancakes. He wanted me to watch something that his friends were watching. Billy.
You mentioned earlier that the food in front of the members only jacket guy was all messed up. Was it like moldy messed up? Like it'd been there for a long time?
It just looks like not
Cold and
moldy,
congealed?
but just like kind of just pushed around, and some of it's on the counter.
Disheveled.
Yeah.
Congealed, like it's been sitting for long enough to get cold.
Yes,
Okay.
for sure.
Billy might have left. I mean, you've been sitting there for a couple hours.
He's like, no. I thought Billy said he was going to sit right here. Wait a minute. He's like, did you do something with Billy? He goes running outside. He's like, well, maybe Billy. He's like, he shouts outside. And he like comes back. He's like, Billy. And you see like the family, like they're kind of like holding their kids, like they're like, you're like, oh shit. The old people are like,
I'll tap the
hell?
police officer on the shoulder.
I
he
slouched
does
down on my
not
chair.
do anything. He's just sort of very, very still. The guy's like, hey, you guys didn't see a little kid? He's got brown hair. He was wearing a blue shirt, blue jeans, tennis shoes. You didn't see him, lady?
You know what? Brown hair, brown shirt, blue jeans, and what? What was his shoes?
Tennis shoes.
Yeah. Tennis shoes. You know what? I'm gonna get on this policeman's radio and put out an APB, ma'am. Sir, whatever the hell you are. You androgynous NPC.
He's like stares at Priest.
Why don't you go outside? You go all the way around the building. I'm gonna go get the radio and see what I can do with the police, okay? You give it a good look all around the building.
He's like, wait
Billy
a minute,
has to
wait a
be.
minute.
We have to find Billy. No, we have to go find Billy.
His
Billy
eyes
needs to be found.
stray from you. Like you see him. He's looking at you for a second. And his eyes slowly move to the side. And he is staring at Jesus
Mhm.
and his shirt.
I know I slouched down in the seat for a reason.
He's looking at he's like looks at you for a second, and he's like, okay. And you see his shoulders kind of slump for a second. And then he lurches and he grabs the police officer's gun out of the holster and steps back. He's pointing the gun starts waving it around the restaurant.
I dive under
He's
the
like,
table.
Does
Somebody
the
better get me my son.
does the police officer make any movement at all?
He chuckles. He's like, oh, you're in trouble again.
Marmaduke.
Yep.
Fucking cops, man.
It's not donuts. It's Marmaduke.
And so he's shaking. He's got this gun in his hand, and he's like, somebody better tell me what they did with my son now, or I'm gonna start shooting people.
Yeah.
I'm under the table at this point.
Can I put out the APB on your son?
It's like, no, you can tell me where he is. Maybe I should start with you, lady. You look like you're some kind of miscreant.
Look like a miscreant. Do I look like a miscreant? I'll make a note. Look like a miscreant. Is there anything else you can tell me sir.
He's like, you think I'm kidding? I want my son back. Billy. And he's like, waving it around. He points it at the family.
Wait a second. Is that him?
He looks.
Okay, I'll tackle him.
You
You don't seem to be leaving me any other capability, any other options.
No,
so.
I mean you could right, like yes, you could try, but he seems he's terrified and disoriented and has a gun. Very, very dangerous situation. So
thankfully we know all the rules for this.
Yeah.
that's right. So yeah, we kind of took the combat rules for a little bit of a spin last week.
I attacked KT.
Of course you do.
All right. So basically, because you're initiating the combat, you go. So you can basically attack. That's what you're doing. I'm assuming is a close combat thing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing other than agility for that, right? It's just agility.
Strength for close combat.
Oh, strength for close combat. That's the same.
Yep.
Same bonus for me. Same. Okay. Only 6s count.
Yep.
That's a really weird roll. 2 6s and 3 1s.
Okay.
Which I can't push the 1s, can I? That not
no,
pushable.
but you
right?
you can't push the 1s or the 6s.
Yep. So that's it. That's the best I do is two.
Okay. So describe what you do.
Well, the only gear that I have that would be useful in this situation is a sleeping bag.
There's a pot of coffee right in front of us.
Ooh, that's an idea. No, I don't know. So I'm going to try to use the sleeping bag to pin him to the ground.
You're gonna pull out your sleeping bag.
It's
and
on my back.
unroll it,
It's strapped on my back, right?
and unroll it.
Yeah.
And
Hey, you think
Okay.
this is stupider than what happened last week
no,
when Nathan was able to do a flying kick through the front seat into the back seat?
All right. So you whip this thing around. Actually, you don't unroll it. You whip this thing around and like hit him, like kind of it unwraps as you're swinging it around, and it kind of wraps around him, and his arm is still sticking out with the pistol waving around, but it is around like his face, like he can't
I
see.
just look up to Rex and say, "Is this what they teach you in the military?"
It's the Indiana Jones of REI.
Yeah. So do either of you two do anything?
Yeah, I'll get
Oh.
up and I'll try to I'll go for his legs. Use my my drone gladiatorial skill to try to take out his legs.
Okay, that's strength.
Okay, now so I should, like, for what it looks like, I should get my +2 dice for controlling a drone, right?
Yeah.
This is weird. 1 success.
All right. You barrel into his legs and he goes crashing down to the ground. Knocks over a bunch of stools. People kind of yell. He's fallen to the ground. Is Jesus going to do anything?
Jesus is going to cower under the table.
All right. So this guy is going. He is flailing his arms around. He's blind. He is going to take a shot with the pistol.
Ooh.
You hear a deafening crack. Everyone screams. The pistol goes off. I'm sorry. KT, is that what you go by? KT?
Yeah. Her
Um,
real name is Kara Thompson. She goes
Kara
by
Thompson.
KT.
All right.
Yeah.
So KT, you hear the round go off and like something sharp hits your cheek. And it kind of stings for a second. Like something just you realize you weren't shot, but something hurt, and you hear like
Came
a
really
thud
close.
next to you.
Okay.
As the police officer slumps over around through the neurocaster.
Ouch.
It kind of serves him right.
Yeah. It's
At
his
least
own
he
fault,
died.
really.
At least he died doing what he loved, jerking off to Marmaduke.
All right, KT, it's back to you. He's sort of kerfuffled and on his back.
I'm gonna see if I can wrest the pistol out of his hand. How did
All
that
right,
work? Was it a contest of strength?
Well, so this will be basically, we're just going to do, so it'll be strength, except he's going to fight back.
Can I assist in this?
You
kind of thing?
can. Yeah, sure.
I'm just going to assist. Yeah.
Okay.
So does that add to my
Jesus.
die pool, or
Yes. So it just basically gives you an extra die.
one extra die? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh,
He's going to,
three successes.
all right. He's going to push his 2. The other 2 were, 2, 2, 1, 1. All right. Yes. So you guys sort of like, you've bowled him over. You're on the ground. You kind of pinning him, holding him. And Kit, you're able to like basically kind of wrap his arm up and like pull the gun free from his hand. And he is just screaming, kind of muffled in this in the suit, in the sleeping bag.
Okay. I guess I'll just work on pinning him so we can try to calm him down.
Yeah, you guys he's struggling, but he is disarmed and he's kind of, you've got him wrapped up on the ground.
Okay, so I guess we'll just try to calm. Is there like an empathy roll or something to try to get somebody to calm down?
Yep, empathy roll is what you would need to do.
Okay. 1 success. I could push it if it's necessary.
Well, what are you saying to him?
Calm down. You're not going to find Billy like this. Calm down. We'll help you find Billy, but you have to calm down.
You should push the roll.
Okay. 2 successes total.
He's struggling for a few minutes, and then you hear he kind of he slows down a little bit, and he's sort of, his breathing starts to slow down. He's like, I mean, he was just right there. He was eating pancakes. I'm sorry. I have to find him. It's my weekend. It's my weekend.
Rex, cops, cuffs. Rex, cuffs. Rex, you there?
I tap Rex's foot
And tell him he's
point
muted.
and point to the cop.
Oh, that,
Our sound guy, everybody.
well, yeah, in our regular games, I don't mute myself because I can edit the fuck out. Anyway, so cuffs. Oh, I'm having a
point.
Betsy moment. Okay, cuffs. I got it. Dead cop has cuffs. All right, dead cop. What's your name? And I
next time I hope
there.
they don't code you in BASIC.
You see his last name is
I'm coded in
Pozorski.
Python, baby.
Nerds.
Weirdo.
But yeah, I'll start rolling the dead cop for. I'll take his cuffs, pepper spray, whatever he's got.
Yeah, he's got a flashlight, pepper spray, and a set of cuffs and keys.
So you have like body armor.
Well,
I know this is
all
a
happening
game about,
pretty
this
quick.
is not a game about
Yeah.
looting, folks, but I'm
Right.
fucking looting the body.
Go murder hobos.
I mean, yes.
So
To continue
I'll
what we
let you,
did last week.
so in as this is happening, you're able to get the cuffs.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. We're still happening at speed.
Mm-hmm. So with Rex's help, am I able to get the members only jacket guy cuffed?
Yeah, you've kind of been able to calm him. He's
Okay.
no longer, he's sobbing now. It's all very muffled in the sleeping bag, but he is now sort of sobbing, but he is not
It'll dry out.
fighting
That's fine.
anymore.
That's fine.
He's not fighting you anymore.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I guess I checked the cop. Is the cop dead?
Oh yeah.
So you go over and you are shocked to find that he is breathing.
Oh,
And he seems to
Good.
be potentially, you think maybe he's passed out, that the bullet missed his head and just severed the connection to the Neuralink so quick it made him pass out.
I've seen this before. There's nothing we can do. Grab his keys.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like put my hand over his mouth. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry. He's gone.
stop resisting! Stop
Tasting a bowl of soup.
Stop resisting!
I'm sure you did something awful. So. Is this badge say Mahoney?
No, it's Petrovsky.
Is it? This is it's
Officer
not-
Ski.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I guess. I'll grab his radio.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. 10-4, good buddy. 411 at the UFO.
There's
What
like
do you mean? There's a
silent-
streaker.
It's like the radio like squawks for a minute. This is Central Dispatch. Is that you, Sergeant Ski?
No, he's man down. I like to report a 9/11.
Like, which doesn't exist.
Right.
Even in this.
911.
It's still the emergency services number. Jesus.
I think where? Call. Who is this? Who?
This
What,
is
what's
Rex.
going on?
The officer's dead. Officer's been shot. Multiple assailants. Come quick.
Oh shit!
All right, dispatch is on the way, and
I
he's just
sorry
like-
out of the table.
It shuts
Oh,
off.
What did you just say? Multiple assailants.
I don't know. It just happened. I don't know what happened. It just came out of me. I'm sorry. I dropped the radio.
Oh, for
I'm
fuck's
sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Well, no shaking down the cop for keys. Grab it from a members only guy.
Yeah, check members only jackets pockets.
There's keys in there.
Okay.
Grab him. Let's get the
Good.
fuck out of here.
Well, didn't you have a vehicle?
Yeah, there's reasons we want to leave it here.
Motherfucker, you on brain detail today.
Ask no questions. Find the ride.
I knew I'd get brain juice somehow into the game. Okay. Are there any reloads, ammo, or anything like that on the cop that I can take along? I'll just take his belt. I'll just take the cop's belt.
Okay, sure. All right.
So I rush out to our car and take all the loot I got from the previous occupants.
Multiple assailants, Rex.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Rex.
I know that
we
was
go
bad.
back like 5 minutes, and you're already framing me for murder.
I just wanted
come running
them to
up.
hurry up.
I come running up
all right.
with the two
So,
Neurocasters and the surgical kit
Jesus,
and all that
you go running out to the car, right?
shit. Yes.
KT is sort of unstrapping this.
Just call me Katie. It's just Katie.
Katie's
You don't
so
say KT, it's
Katie's
Katie. Yeah.
unstrapping the
belt.
the cop's belt and sort of going through this. Rex.
There's no time for
sort of
sexy times, Katie. Let's go.
And Rex is on the phone. You guys have grabbed keys from members only jacket guy, and sort of as you're doing it, you hear like a couple things happen. You hear a crash, and the members only guy gets up, hands tied behind his back, and goes running out into the parking lot. Just
Okay,
running. Jesus, you were at the car, and you're starting to get the stuff out of the car, and you
Wiping
see
the blood off of everything.
Yeah, you see the guy. He's running. He runs straight to this.
Not my blood.
He runs straight to this like Ford LTD, sort of plain brown, 4-door car. It's covered in dust. and
I bet
he
that's it.
runs to the car and he starts like rubbing his shoulder on the windows, and you see him stop. He's like yelling, Billy, Billy, and he's yelling, and he just stops and he looks back at you, and just first you could see his face. There's like the sand and he's like tears, and he just turns and you hear like a truck coming, and he runs right in front of this truck that just hits him.
Jesus
Smears him
fucking
out.
Christ! What is wrong with this town?
And the truck like doesn't even brake. It just keeps going. You realize it's probably drone driven. It just keeps going. He's just nothing but a smear on the road.
Oh, then I
Cool.
looking from the shock of that, I go, oh shit, and I go and I look in the window of the Ford LTD.
And you see a small child crumpled in the back seat. It's probably succumbed to heat exhaustion.
Oh,
God damn it!
smash the window.
Mm.
No. I just started walking back with the
Like
arms full of
succumbed,
crap.
succumbed. Like
Yeah, like went back to the car when he got tired of waiting for Dad, and
okay, I see. All right.
Mm.
And
You're
Remember the
awful,
cop-
Matt. Oh my God, you're a
I'm
terrible
sorry,
person.
it's a terrible universe.
Guys, change of plans. Let's take the cop car.
Yeah, you remember the cop's keys?
Oh God! All right, that's Wynn's worst comment of the night.
Or best.
in a long-standing AARPG violence to minors.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Um,
Jesus, quick! Roll around in the blood smear before it dries, so you can add to your collection.
oh, that's weird. Yeah.
Open the cop's trunk using the cop's keys to see if there's anything in there that we could use.
I
There is.
I just dumped the 2 Neurocasters and the surgical kit and the Walkman and the crossbow into it.
It
Into
looks
the
like
trunk?
There's a
Yes.
yeah. It looks like there's a first aid kit. It looks like there is like what do they call them? Like the evidence kits. Like all their. Like I'm trying to remember when I've seen it. They have like a.
Mhm.
It's like a milk crate that has like books they use to fill out reports and things like that and all that. And it
Mhm.
has. And you find, and he also has like a first aid kit and a spare.
We can't take the cop. We can't take the cop car. They track it. We have to take your car.
We don't want to take our car.
Just, I know it's
See
a
how far
mess.
we
Look
get?
at you. You're a mess.
Whatever we do, we should hurry.
Yeah.
Yes, we should. Let's
I'm
go.
imagining sirens in the distance. Since there
Hey,
are multiple assailants.
So you don't hear any sirens, but you do hear a sort of a van pulls into the far end of the parking lot. The van, it's dusty. Sort of the windows have been sort of wiped. It clearly looks like it's been driving through the desert all night. And it is like a conversion van, and there's like an old faded painting of like
got a wizard airbrushed on it.
unicorn with a wizard. Right. It's like this old, cool, like, but it's all faded from like sandblasting and all that. And
A young
there are
Nathan
just
stumbles
like
out.
little, there's like all hanging from it are like these long sort of like ropes with like what appears to be almost like bones hanging from the sides of this thing, and it kind of rolls up and pulls up to the now busted fuel, like the gas thing that's no longer working.
What kind of weapon did the cop have? Was it a Magnum? Was it
38.
a handgun? Okay.
Handgun.
How about one that's
Handgun.
actually in the character? Okay.
Handgun.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're coming up with a supplement that's all just weapons.
Yeah,
Just for
it's
us.
small gun pocket, one each. And it sort of, the car just kind of rumbles to a stop, and it's just sort of there, across the parking lot from you guys, as you're standing by the trunk of this police car, loading stuff in. The
Casual.
windows are tinted, like super dark, like you can't see in the vehicle.
Okay.
One thing you do notice is it has a big sticker on the front, sort of in the front of the grill of the recycling sticker.
Recycling.
Yeah. Do we care? I mean, we're trying to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I open the.
Do any of us recognize what that might stand for in this world?
Well, one of you should. But right. So in the papers that Tim's other character printed from Fat Larry's office was the list of people who had run away and a list of contacts with a group called the Recyclers.
Oh.
I vaguely remember that. So
this is the people that hunt runaways. But I
Yeah.
wouldn't know that. Yeah.
No, but
So,
Jesus
guys-
would be like, oh,
yeah, guys,
shit.
we got to go. We got to go now.
Okay.
Cop car it
just
is.
as he says that the doors to the thing open up and you see a police officer stumbling out, kind of dazed, like looks around. He's like, sees you guys. He's like, hey, what are you doing, you thugs? He like goes, reaches for his belt. There's nothing there. He's like, stop right there.
I just get in the police car, say, get in.
Yeah, I hop in the back.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
And
Is there room in the front seat, or is it all like most?
there's probably room in the front
There's
seat.
room.
Okay.
Yes.
Good enough, yeah.
I started going before the doors even close.
I'll hand you the cop's keys. There you go.
Yeah. And we
All right,
restart.
you guys peel out from the saucer full of secrets and begin racing down. Basically heading towards Vegas as you're racing on. You look back.
No, we don't head toward Vegas. Turn around. Don't head toward Vegas. Don't head toward Vegas. Isn't this a Las Vegas PD vehicle?
Yes.
No, don't head toward Vegas.
Then it's like, great. Where the fuck else are we gonna go?
Nellis. We'll go to Nellis. That's what we're doing. We're helping out Rex. We're gonna find Rex's body up at Nellis.
Any of you here of the place called the Holdout Ranch?
Have I ever heard about the Holdout Ranch? Is that a brothel?
No.
What is it? So I
You're
don't
not
need a brothel.
You have not heard of it. You might.
Yeah.
You figure you're probably going to have to find a place to look it up
Yeah.
online, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
You're going to neurocast it.
Yeah, I'll help you to
guess
find the Holdout Ranch, but we got to get to Nellis, and we're not going to Vegas. Sorry.
All right.
We shouldn't go to
then,
Vegas.
I will try and figure out the way to Vegas. I mean, to Nellis.
All right. You guys go tearing off. So we've switched vehicles. So I don't know who had the stats for the vehicle last time. Was that you, Chris?
I did not have the stats for the vehicle.
I think I might have had them, but on the other character sheet.
On the other character sheet.
Yeah.
All right. So somebody, let's get the stats down for this vehicle. Okay.
Already.
For someone.
So it
let's
is a 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive car.
It is a it's going to be a.
If you randomly roll it,
two-wheel
it's going to be a rowboat. If you randomly roll it,
It's two-wheel drive. So
Okay.
it's same as the last one. So it has a maneuverability of +2, a speed of 3, a hull of 6, and an armor of 4. And let's go ahead and have someone roll a D66 for a trait.
wants to do that.
I'll do it. 41.
Oh, well, that doesn't help you guys. It's the luxury model. Increase cost by 1, which I don't increase cost by 1. What's funny that cost by 1, I'm not really sure because the cost is not in like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's in like 5,800. So I'm not sure cost by 1 what that.
Did we get the
It's
Trans
the
Am
Interceptor. Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
Interceptor package.
it's a nice. What would we'll see the 80. It's a Crown Vic.
Yeah.
It's a nice Crown Vic.
There we go. All right.
So you know
Yeah,
what I'm
the
going to give it
Interceptor.
because it's a cop car. I'm going to give it fast. Increase the speed by 1 because they did have like special. They made those
Yeah,
Crown Vics
Interceptors.
special for the. Yep. So, so you go tearing off and you're looking in the rearview mirror and sure enough, you see the van pull out and starts following you down the highway. And we
And
have
then,
entered a chase. Dun, dun, dun.
If this thing can't beat a conversion van, cops suck.
Right.
More than usual. Looking at you, Sean.
Let's see. Let me write down the van stats real quick. Yeah, it's a much tougher vehicle, but not nearly. It's not as fast, especially with your guys' speed thing, unless it's got some sort of extra stuff on it. Okay.
The Wizard and
So,
Unicorn
let's
make
see.
it go faster.
That's right. Chases. All right. So chases. In a chase situation on foot or using vehicles, movement is managed abstractly and does not use zones. Instead, only ranged categories are used. A chase can either start from a role-playing situation or it can follow directly after combat if a person or a vehicle leaves a combat map. In either case, the GM declares that a chase is now in progress and decides the starting range between the participants up to a maximum of long range. Most chases are between just 2 parties, the pursuer and the prey. Resolution. You guys are at short range. Chases are played out in rounds just like combat, but each round starts with resolving movement before other actions. This is done as an open opposed roll for agility with bonus die from relevant talents and maneuverability ratings of the vehicle. The speed attribute is not used in chases. I'm not sure what it's used in. If it's not used in a chase, I'm not going to ask.
I have questions now.
But it's just going to be the maneuverability. So plus whatever your
Plus 2.
yeah, plus your agility. Actions. After the chase movement has been resolved, everyone on the prey's side gets to perform an action, followed by everyone on the pursuing vehicle. The prey and pursuer may themselves perform actions including ramming, if at engaged, or a stunt to avoid an obstacle. But any action not connected to the chase movement gets a -2 dice. I guess if you're trying to like play Monopoly or so, I'm not sure. To spice up a ground vehicle chase, the GM can roll on the table below at the start of each round to generate an obstacle, which I will be doing.
Meanwhile, I scream, Katie, tell them that the multiple assailants fled the scene in a wizard van.
Rex has the radio. I didn't have the radio.
Oh yeah.
Rex. Well, there's one in the car too, but I'm driving.
All right.
Okay, Rex. Either one of you, call them and blame the van.
Assailants fled the scene in a conversion van with a really cool wizard painting on the side.
Really cool wizard painting.
All right.
If I can see the license plate, I'll read off the license plate.
Or who's driving?
I'm driving.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, you
Let
can't. It's all
me know when they
like-
get to medium range.
You're not even sure it has a license plate. So basically, the person who's driving makes the agility roll with a bonus dice, which those dice are, you should roll a different color die. They're like equipment dice. And it is an opposed roll as they attempt to.
And I roll like maneuver.
It's maneuver is your bonus dice and then plus your agility.
Nice.
They're gonna push this.
So I'm going
They
to.
suck.
I can't push ones, right? So I got 2 6s,
Okay.
and I got 1 that I can't reroll. So I'm going to reroll the other 5. Got 2 more 6s, so 4
Jesus
successes.
Christ.
Holy shit.
My agility
Okay,
is 6.
you hit the pedal, and this car just starts taking off, and you see them. They're trying it, but they're starting to fall back. It is clear that this vehicle's got some oomph on it. So you have gone from short to medium range. So does anybody else want to? So now you guys can do actions.
Okay, I would like to shoot out the backwards out the window.
Okay. All right.
Um,
That is a ranged attack. That is agility
Rex.
plus your.
Rex, hold
What?
my feet.
Okay.
I have Pistolier, so that'll add +2 dice to my agility, I think, right?
Okay.
Is there any minuses because they are in medium? This is my max range is medium. Is that a problem, or is that
I'm not going to take anything off on it. Nope.
okay? All right. So 7 dice. And I can, since I'm the attacker,
Thanks,
I can push, right?
Well, you can push. It's only when there's like the like the defensive rolls, right? Yeah. So you can push.
Okay. So would it do me more good to push? Yeah, because I do more damage the more 6s I roll.
Yeah,
right?
you can do more. Right, and you just
Okay.
run the risk of any ones
I roll-
on the
so,
equipment or on
on-
yourself. You lose hope.
On the first 7 dice, I rolled 2 6s and a 1. So I can't re-roll those, but I did get
Right.
an additional 2 6s for 4 total 6s.
Okay, and no ones.
I did on the re-roll get 1 1.
Okay, on the equipment die or on your personal die.
No, it was not on the equipment die. That was a 3.
Okay, all right. So
I forgot to roll an equipment die for the handgun. Oh, I forgot to add 2 dice for the handgun.
Yes. But you take a point of hope. Damn
It should have been. Hold on. Let me roll for the handgun.
Yeah. We've picked up
Okay.
Malcolm. I see.
He's been here for a while. He came in when we during the old timey scene.
2 2s. Nothing happened. No difference. I still
Do
have the
you
4
recall
6s.
that Matt has more suck during chase table? Yes. All right. All right. So how many total successes?
4.
All right. So the base damage I think is 2,
2.
and so you have 3 additional successes. So you can do up to 5 points damage.
5 points of damage. And that, can I aim for some particular part of the vehicle?
Yeah, you can.
I think it's
sure.
I think it's flavor aiming
I would
It's
have.
flavor aiming.
What's that mean?
for dramatic effect.
Yes.
Well, I was just trying to shoot out the tires. That's all. I mean,
Right.
that's what I wanted
All
to
right.
do.
Yeah. You. So you did a total of 5 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right. So you lean out the window and you're aiming for the tires, and you're like, this pistol kind of firing as the vehicle's moving around, and you see the rounds kind of pling and hit, and they take purchase, but it does not. You've definitely damaged it, but you don't blow out a tire. And that was Nathan. You see the side door opens up.
Those are some tough
and-
fucking tires. Just took 5
Well,
points.
you're not. It's like I said. I think Chris got. It's flavor aiming. So
What does that mean?
It has a.
It means
So it has
there's
an
no
GM's
armor of-
discretion. Yeah.
It means it has an armor of 4 and it has
Uh-huh.
8 hull. You did 1 point of damage to it.
So this is a narrative game. There's no called shots or anything like that. Like
Okay,
if you did like a lot of damage to it and caused it to wreck, then yeah, you hit the tire.
Then you hit the tire. Right. Until then, it's yeah.
So
Sorry,
it's
okay.
yeah, this is
Got
not
it.
like
It's
a
okay.
strategic, tactical kind of game. This is like
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
All right. The oh my gosh. Okay. I can't.
If it makes you feel better, a hubcap went flying off from your shot.
There you go.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
And he's gonna push.
Mm.
both
And those
of
things are worth a lot of
these.
money.
Yeah.
All of my narrative imagination just went flaccid.
That's right. All right. The side sliding door ramp opens up, and a guy in sort of like black leathers and a hockey mask leans out the side with what appears to be some sort of submachine gun and just starts spraying. They got 1 success. And so, Tim, you're hanging out the vehicle. What I'm going to say is a 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3. It hits the vehicle, and a 4, 5, and 6. It'll wing you. 4. So it is going to. He sprays and prays, and a round is going to wing you if I can find it. Do traumatic events.
We'll edit this out. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll edit this out. No problem. So 2 points of damage
Okay.
as a round like wings you, kind of hits your shoulder.
Now, do you just take damage, or do you like roll a defense? No, you don't roll. Okay,
If you have armor, you can roll defense, kind of like an alien.
cool. All right.
Oh, and if it had hit the vehicle's armor would have applied first. But he is hanging out. So for the rest of you, fully inside, you would get the benefit of the vehicle's armor, but because he's outside shooting and all that, he had a chance for it to hit.
It's a she.
She. I apologize.
Yeah.
She.
Asshole.
All right. It is the next round.
My pronoun
So-
is she, her. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for asking.
Gonna get dozed.
Sorry.
Oh, they're breaking in. Ah.
All right. So who is driving? Is that Nathan or no? It's Chris,
Nope,
right?
Chris.
Still me, yeah.
Chris. All right. So Chris, roll a d66.
42.
42. Okay. Let's see. Dead end. The prey needs to double back, automatically failing their chase movement roll in this round. So, okay. So you're starting to pull away. Katie's firing out the back. You hear rounds coming back. She kind of like grunts. And you come around the road where, she's like, no, don't go towards Vegas. Go this way, come around. And there is just this huge bot, just whole, torn up, burned out, just laying across the entire highway. On either side of it, you could see soft sand. That you're not sure you'd want to try to drive through, but this thing is just laid out across the entire road heading off into the desert, and you realize you're going to have to turn back.
I go, fuck! And grab Katie's leg and do a handbrake turn.
All right, yeah, and you see Rex is holding her already.
Rex is then yeah. I'm just doing-
So
do a hand-
go ahead and make a agility roll.
3 so far. 3 successes, but 1 on an equipment die. Does that not matter unless I push it?
Unless you push it, it doesn't mean
Yeah.
anything, right?
So I got 3 6s, so 3 successes.
Okay.
Damn.
An excellent J turn, right? You come up like, you're holding on for dear life, Rex. It's like you feel like Katie, with her body as the force of the car, swings back around. And now you guys are driving straight for like this other vehicle. You guys are gonna like pass each other like broadside, basically. So does anybody have any actions?
If we're going to broadside, I'll just shoot out the window.
Well,
I guess.
yeah, we turn around on the side where their door isn't.
Yeah, basically, yes, you're right.
Yeah, I don't have any weapons, so yeah, I just give the finger, I guess.
Okay. All right.
No, don't
Katie,
let
you
go.
You're gonna shoot.
Yeah. Well, now that I know I'm
Right.
supposed to be rolling 9 dice.
Yeah, just roll them in separate pools.
Yeah. No, I have 2 that are for the gun, and I know which 2 they are. Ooh, I got a 6 on one of the handgun ones. 1,
Sweet.
and I can re-roll, right, to get more.
Anything but a 6 or a 1. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Whoop. Ooh.
3 more.
And then the last would fall on the ground. Oh, that's also so 4 more, 6 total.
Wow. Okay.
But
All right, so
two,
that is-
two, I did get one additional one on the push. But it
On
wasn't
your
on.
your
gun?
dice.
It wasn't on
or-
the. It wasn't on the handgun or anything. It was on a
Okay.
regular die.
So you take another point of hope damage. How many hope do you have left?
Yeah, I didn't take hope last time.
You did.
You took one of you took
Yeah,
one
you
hope
did.
last time.
Oh, okay. I now have 2 of 4 hope.
Also, I'm gonna say, so Chris, you've also taken a hope damage from looking.
Oh,
in
every
that
time you
car.
push, you take a hope.
No, from looking in that car.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay,
I'm gonna
that makes
give you-
sense. That's
yeah,
reasonable.
yeah. There's a retro hoping damage there. All right. So you do a total of it was a total of 6 successes.
6 total successes. Yeah.
Right. So
2
one
of
success
them are
gives you
from the
2.
handgun, though.
Well, that's okay. They just all add up. So it was a pool.
Okay.
It's the only thing that makes it really matter is when you push, because if you get ones on your dice, you take hope. If you get ones on the equipment, it loses one of its die of bonuses until it's a broken item.
Okay.
So that was so the first success does 2 and 5 more, so a total of 7. So you just like you go past this thing and you're just opening fire on it, and you shoot. You see some like liquid, something, maybe antifreeze, coolant, something. The first round goes right through something in the grill, and it sprays on the windshield. And as you go by, you're blasting. It's kind of like a dot along the side of it, but you hit something on that vehicle. And as you go by, someone in the driver's seat leans an arm out and is going to take some pot shots at you from a pistol.
Cool. Well, this time I'm inside the vehicle, so I get the benefit of the armor.
Well, you're on the other. Well, yeah. You're in. So that's those, and then the dice from the weapon.
You can tell that I'm been shot, though. Jesus and Rex.
Oh no!
Well, I can't
All right.
because I'm driving frantically.
Okay.
All right. So they shoot. I'm gonna say.
Do I take any minuses for being
No.
wounded? No. Okay.
Nope, not until you hit 0, and then you're incapacitated. All right, so there is one hit, and so it. Let's see, against 1, 2, 3 is Chris, 4, 5, 6 is him, 3 is Chris. So Chris, you're driving by. KT's leaning out, shooting. You just see an arm stick out, like you're driving past, and as you're coming up, you see an arm stick out with a pistol, like right as you're driving by, and it fires, and your passenger window just shatters. The police ballistic window sort of like it doesn't completely crash, but it does that whole spider web like on the side. You really can't see out that window very well right now, but it's just like right next to you as you go. And it is the next round. You can roll your drive again, your agility plus the vehicle.
3 successes.
6 successes, losing hope. Yeah, well,
Just two. Just
that's
just
the
2
danger of
successes
pushing.
without- wait, no, it's 2 successes without pushing so far. But I'm not going to push with more than 2 successes. I'm comfortable.
All right. So you get 2 successes, and they roll theirs. They have actually minus dice because of damage. Ooh, no successes. All right. They try to make the turn, and they come to a screeching halt. They don't crash into the robot, but they don't quite make the turn. They're just not as maneuverable. And out of the rearview mirror, you can see steam coming out of the front of the vehicle, the radiator, as you guys go cruising down the highway, past the saucer full of secrets again.
These friends of yours, Jesus?
Never met them before in my life.
And
Then why'd you insist we run away from them?
Because chances are they were looking for me.
So as he says that, and the vehicle is driving down the desert, the sun is coming up over the mountains. The camera switches, and we see side of the desert road. It's dark. It's almost moonless night. There are 2 figures laying on the side of the road, staring at each other, blood coming out of their bodies. Both staring at rage at each other. Until they hear the slow roll of tires.
Oh no!
And a van pulls up, Both of them hear the heavy step boots, and they feel themselves lifted and pulled into the back of a van, and then everything goes dark. And that is the end of
Down by the
episode.
river.
You guys should have
All
bled
right.
faster.
That is the end of the episode tonight.
So-
Thank you to the listeners. Thank you for my cast for being flexible. This little character change thing.
that.
Be prepared that something like this might happen in our final episode next week. We might happen. So we'll see.
So I do want to mention we are still giving this away, and we didn't make like a formal announcement of how it's going to work. But I figure if you commented on this episode, that will count as an entry, and if you comment on our finale episode, that'll count as an entry. And if you're interested in winning this limited edition Kickstarter exclusive copy of Electric State, just comment and
you can comment it live or comment it also afterwards, right?
Yeah, afterwards is fine. And if you comment and you want to enter, then you have to email us at theaarpgs.com. And then we'll pick at the end of the next episode. We'll pick the winner.
Darcy, I don't know why. I don't know why they don't want to just give it to you, Darcy.
Yeah, it's gonna. If we go by tradition, it's going to be either.
Got to make her work for it.
That's true, right?
No giveaways.
What the hell? I don't think it's
fair.
fair.
It is a giveaway, but
it is a giveaway, but no,
there's no free giveaways.
It's not fair.
No, it's still free. But
God damn it!
Yeah, all right.
Stupid lawyers.
You have to pay with listening to us.
Yeah, that's
and boy, do you.
All right. Well, thank you. Anybody else got any closing thoughts, comments they'd like to?
Yeah, watch Dragonbane. Share it with people. Tell people about our Dragonbane series. We're up to 27 now.
Yep.
That's. And then what do you got for leftovers this week?
So this Thursday I am flying solo. Sean selfishly is taking a vacation, but I have we're taking a little bit of a sidestep. I've got Will NY4, who is a outstanding modder. We're going to be talking about both the mods he has made and sort of the role play world that surrounds it for Starfield. That'll be this Thursday. And following that, we don't have it set in stone yet, but Nathan's been awesome. Nathan has got some guests lined up. We just got to get the dates finalized. But we have more great creators that are going to be on the show. And then check us out for our final episode of this next Tuesday.
Yeah, just to let you know, the people that have agreed to be on are GM Justin, who's a member of Roll D5. And we've got Max from Mage Hand High Five. They're an award-winning actual play. Just more than we can say for ourselves. And Hodak.
We're nominated.
Hodak is an amazing artist who does really old-school type drawings and has done some work for our friend PV on that one of his games, as well as some stuff for Tale of the Manticore and a bunch of actual books. And I think he's got his own role-playing game accessories also. But anyway, that's all I got.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you again for everyone who is on. Have a great evening, and we will see you next week for the finale of the Electric State. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Take care.